Man said he's been surrounded by serious money since he was young, and after everything he's survived, NBA Youngboy still isn't pumping the brakes at all. This guy is really out here living like straight royalty in the mountains of Utah, and that's not just talk. It's real-life luxury on a whole different level. When we say royalty, we mean it for real, because his car collection alone looks like something pulled straight out of a billionaire's dream garage. We're talking wild builds only, pink Bentleys, demon-powered muscle cars, off-road Lamborghinis, and yeah, it gets crazier. A real civilian super tank. No exaggeration, no hype talk, an actual tank built for the streets. Today, we're breaking down every single ride in NBA Youngboy's 2020 car collection, valued around $6 million, ranking them from number 10 all the way to the most outrageous machine he owns. And trust me, you do not want to skip ahead. Number 1 is on another planet, and once you see it, you'll understand why people still can't believe this is real. Let's lock in and jump straight into it. Coming in at number 10, we've got a car that definitely grabs attention, just maybe not how most people expected. The pink Bentley Bentayga. Yeah, pink. Not red, not white, not that smooth champagne tone. This thing is straight Barbie pink, cruising through Utah like it owns the whole mountain range. Now don't get it twisted though. The Bentayga itself is no lightweight flex. Under the hood sits a W12 engine, meaning 12 cylinders pushing serious British luxury and raw power. This is a 6-figure SUV with all-wheel drive built to handle icy roads, snowstorms, and still glide like it's floating. Inside, you're getting hand-stitched leather everywhere. Pure comfort, pure status, and zero effort spared. Say what you want about the color, but one thing's clear. This ride screams confidence, and Youngboy clearly doesn't care who approves. Wood trim everywhere, next level tech all over the dash, the kind of setup that makes your phone feel outdated instantly. Off pink either. This is loud, bold, aggressive pink, the kind that instantly splits opinions the second it rolls by. It honestly feels like someone close to him picked the color during a high-energy shopping run, and Youngboy just shrugged and said, "Cool, let's keep it moving." No shade, just real talk. The Bentayga is usually built to scream elegance, old money vibes, quiet wealth, and clean class. But once you throw that pink paint on it, the whole energy shifts fast. Instead of timeless luxury, it gives more flashy weekend flex vibes than rap mogul presence. Still though, let's be clear, this is a Bentley. It's still worth more than most people's houses. It still glides down the highway smooth, floating like you're riding on clouds stuffed with $100 bills. But when you stack it next to the real beasts sitting in the rest of his garage, this one doesn't hit the same. This is the ride you leave parked when you're trying to really shock the streets and steal every eye in the room. That locks the pink Bentayga into the number 10 spot. Heavy luxury, strong flex, but not legendary status. Now sliding up to number 9, things get way more dangerous. This one screams NBA Youngboy energy from the jump, the red SRT Demon. And nah, this isn't just any Dodge Challenger. This is the Demon, the ultimate menace of American muscle. Let me break it down real simple. This monster is pushing 1,025 horsepower from a supercharged V8 engine. No typo, no exaggeration. That's over 1,000 horses ready to rip the pavement apart. 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. Blink wrong, and you already missed it. That's faster than you can even finish reading this sentence. This thing doesn't really drive. It straight up teleports. One tap, and you're gone. It's loaded with launch control, drag radials, and it rolls off the factory line already built to embarrass supercars that cost 3 times as much. The Demon was designed with one goal only: total domination. Quarter-mile terror, no mercy, no hesitation. It exists to make every other muscle car look like it's moving in slow motion. It's loud, it's violent, and that classic American V8 rumble is strong enough to wake up an entire neighborhood at 6 a.m. without even trying. This isn't a car you casually cruise in. This is something you unleash when you're ready to shake the block. But let's keep it honest for a second. The Demon has a weakness, and it's obvious. Anything that isn't a straight line is not its playground. Sharp curves, bad idea. Snow and ice, even worse. This machine was built for perfect weather, clean pavement, and prepped drag strips only. Take this monster up a snowy mountain road in Utah, and you're risking sliding sideways real fast. Faster than Youngboy drops new music. Still though, nobody can deny the raw power or the message it sends the second it fires up. This is pure American muscle with zero apologies. It matches Youngboy's wild, unpredictable energy perfectly. It's the kind of car that looks the world in the face and says, "I don't care about your opinions. I'm doing me." That's why the demon lands at number 9. Absolute beast, crazy power, but real limits. Now at number 8, we switch lanes completely and step into Italian territory. Dark gray Lamborghini Urus S coming up, and this one brings a whole different type of menace. Now this is where things really start getting serious. The Urus S is Lamborghini's full-on response to the luxury SUV game, and trust me, they did not pull up playing around. This thing is pushing 657 horsepower from a twin-turbo V8 engine, which is crazy when you remember most supercars didn't even touch numbers like that just 10 years ago. And this power is sitting inside an SUV. The all-wheel drive system is sharp and aggressive, built to read the road and react instantly. Rain, snow, dirt, back roads. The Urus doesn't care at all. It grips hard and rips through everything you throw at it like it was made for chaos. And that dark gray color YoungBoy pick, straight villain vibes. No loud paint, no flashy shine, just a cold, serious look that lets you know something heavy just pulled up. It's quiet confidence, the kind that doesn't ask for attention, but still takes it. The energy says, I've got money, but I'm still about that life. Step inside and it's full Lamborghini mode. Carbon fiber everywhere, futuristic digital screens, and sports seats that lock you in tight like they're bracing you for 150 miles per hour. Because let's be honest, that's exactly what they're built for. Now here's the only reason this ride isn't ranked higher. The Urus is everywhere now. Every big-name artist with a bag seems to have one. Drake's got one. Travis Scott's got one. Even your favorite rapper's favorite rapper probably owns one too. That popularity takes away a bit of the exclusivity factor. But don't get it twisted for a second. This is still a savage machine, a real flex, and a serious piece of YoungBoy's lineup. Make no mistake about it, this thing is still an absolute monster of a vehicle. It's practical enough to drive every day, luxurious enough to impress anybody who hops inside, and fast enough to embarrass sports cars at red lights without even trying. For Utah's crazy mix of weather and mountain roads, this might actually be one of the smartest choices in his entire collection. That balance is exactly why it lands at number 8, elite, powerful, and reliable in all conditions. Just not rare enough to climb higher on this list. Now ranking number 7, things get wild in a whole different way. Coming in hot is a car that looks like it was designed by NASA and wrapped by aliens. The McLaren 600 LT with that insane galaxy wrap. This isn't just a car, this is straight up art on wheels. The 600 LT is McLaren's long-tail version of the 570S, which means lighter weight, more power, and way more focus on performance. It's pushing around 592 horsepower from a twin-turbo V8 engine that sits right behind your head. And the exhaust? That's the crazy part. The pipes exit right out the top of the car just inches behind your ears, so every pop, crackle, and bang hits you raw and unfiltered. It's like a full symphony of mechanical chaos following you everywhere you go. Now let's talk about that wrap. Purple, blue, pink, stars, nebula patterns. The full cosmic experience. This thing looks like it could lift off and fly to another planet if you pushed it hard enough. It's the type of ride that makes people pull their phones out instantly, recording before you even pass by. This thing is basically a rolling Instagram post. Everywhere it goes, cameras come out instantly. McLarens are known for being straight up dangerous on the track, and the 600 LT is no exception. It's lightweight, crazy aerodynamic, and handles so sharp it feels like it's reading your thoughts before you even move the wheel. The steering is surgical, dead accurate. You could thread a needle with this thing at 100 miles per hour and not even break a sweat. That's how locked in it feels. But here's the reality check. This is not a practical car at all, not even close. It sits insanely low to the ground, so speed bumps feel like personal enemies. The suspension is stiff enough that you feel every pebble, every crack, every tiny flaw in the road. Now mix that with Utah weather, snow, ice, rough winter streets, and yeah, this becomes a garage queen fast. This is the car you only pull out on perfect summer days, dry roads, clear skies, when you're ready to stunt hard and leave everyone staring. It's a McLaren, so it automatically demands respect. And that galaxy wrap makes it one-of-one energy for real. But environment-wise, it just doesn't fit how YoungBoy actually lives day to day. That locks the 600 LT into 7th place. Unreal showstopper, insane presence, but definitely not a daily driver. Now ranking number 6, we're stepping right back into Lamborghini territory. But this one is loud in every way possible. The bright green Lamborghini Huracan STO, And when we say bright green, we mean nuclear level bright. This thing looks radioactive. You could probably spot it from space if the sun hit it right. STO stands for Super Trofeo Omologata, which is basically Italian for we took our race car and somehow made it street legal. This is Lamborghini's most track-focused version of the Huracan ever built, and it shows the second you lay eyes on it. This thing is lighter than the regular model because Lamborghini stripped out anything that wasn't absolutely necessary. Less weight means more speed, sharper handling, and a driving experience that'll have your heart racing the second you touch the gas. Under the hood, you're getting a naturally aspirated V10 engine. No turbos, no superchargers, no shortcuts, just raw, screaming engine noise revving all the way up to 8,500 RPM like it's angry at the world. And let's be real, this is easily one of the best sounding engines ever made. When this thing fires up, car alarms start panicking. Dogs lose their minds. The whole block knows exactly what just pulled up. It's loud, aggressive, and honestly beautiful chaos. The STO is rear-wheel drive, which means all that power is sent straight to the back wheels. If you know how to drive, it's pure adrenaline. But if conditions aren't perfect, yeah, this thing will humble you quick. Rain? Risky? Snow? Absolutely not. This car wants dry pavement, open roads, and room to stretch its legs the way it was built to. Now let's talk about that color. That bright green is straight energy drink commercial vibes. This thing looks like it runs on pure adrenaline instead of premium gas. Loud, bold, obnoxious, and impossible to ignore. There is zero chance of being subtle in this car. Even if you tried, the STO refuses to blend in. It demands attention everywhere it goes. No doubt about it. The Huracan STO is an insane machine, one of the most exciting Lamborghinis you can buy today. But for Utah winters and mountain roads, it's not the most practical choice, and that color might be a little extreme, even for someone as fearless as YoungBoy. Still, presence matters, and this thing has it heavy. That locks the Huracan STO into 6th place. It's wild already, but trust me, things are about to get way crazier. Before we jump into the top 5, let's pause for a quick reality check because context matters, especially when you're talking about someone living where NBA Youngboy lives. Utah is not your average place to own a supercar collection. Salt Lake City and the surrounding mountain areas deal with some serious weather year-round. We're talking all 4 seasons hitting hard, and winter does not show mercy. Some of the canyon areas near his spot get hit with over 500 inches of snow a year. That's more than 40 feet of snow piling up. The roads stay icy, steep, and straight up dangerous if you're not in the right type of vehicle. Most supercars aren't built for that kind of life. They sit extremely low, run stiff suspension setups, and are usually rear-wheel drive. Mix that with black ice and heavy snowstorms, and you've got a recipe for disaster real fast. So when you're ranking a car collection in Utah, you can't just stare at horsepower numbers and price tags. You have to ask the real question. Can this thing actually survive the environment, or is it just going to sit in the garage for 8 months out of the year collecting dust? That's why some of these next rides rank higher than people might expect. YoungBoy didn't just buy cars to flex for photos. He picked machines that can actually handle mountain roads, bad weather, and real-life conditions. All right, back to the action. Ranking number 5. Things officially heat up. Coming in at number 5, we've got the camo-wrapped Lamborghini Huracan Sterrato. And this right here is where YoungBoy really showed he was thinking different. This right here proves he's not just buying cars for Instagram pics. He's actually thinking about where he lives and how he moves day to day. The Sterrato is Lamborghini's answer to a wild question nobody expected. What if we took a supercar and made it go off-road and somehow made it work? And yeah, they really pulled it off. This thing sits higher than a regular Huracan, with a lifted suspension built for rough terrain. It's riding on off-road tires with way more grip and durability than any normal supercar setup. Underneath, you've got real skid plates protecting the engine and undercarriage from rocks, debris, and whatever the trail throws at it. This isn't for show. This Lamborghini can actually handle dirt roads, gravel paths, uneven terrain, and yes, even snow. That camo wrap fits the mission perfectly. It's not screaming for attention. It's built to blend into the wilderness while still being a $500,000 Italian supercar. Tactical luxury vibes all the way. And don't forget, under all that rugged armor, you're still getting a V10 engine pushing over 600 horsepower. It's still fast. It still sounds insane. But now, you can take it places other supercars could never even dream of reaching. Want to climb a mountain trail? The Sterrato can do it. Want to hit icy back roads in the snow? It'll handle it better than most SUVs out there. This is easily one of the smartest buys in YoungBoy's entire collection. It's rare, built in limited numbers, perfectly suited for Utah's terrain, and still carries that exotic Italian supercar aura, a real thinker's flex for real. This is the perfect balance of flex and function. You get the attention without giving up real-world usability. That's why the Sterrato locks in 5th place. Brains officially met horsepower right there. Now ranking number 4, things jump into straight-up tank territory. And nah, not almost. This is as close as it gets. Say hello to the blacked-out Brabus Mercedes G63 4x4 squared, customized by Platinum Motorsports. This thing is a full-on monster. Let's start with the base. The Mercedes G-Wagon is already one of the toughest, most capable luxury SUVs on the planet. Then Mercedes went crazy and dropped the 4x4 squared version. Lifted suspension, portal axles for insane ground clearance, massive off-road tires. Basically, Mercedes said, let's make this thing unstoppable, and then Brabus stepped in. Brabus is known for taking already insane Mercedes builds and turning them into absolute nightmares. More power, more aggression, more everything. We're talking an upgraded twin-turbo V8, custom exhaust that sounds angry, and carbon fiber all over the place. But they didn't stop there. Platinum Motorsports came through and blacked out everything. Paint, wheels, trim, windows, all murdered out. This G-Wagon doesn't just look tough, it looks like it's about to roll into a classified military operation. This thing gives straight Darth Vader daily driver vibes. Dark, dominant, and intimidating without even trying. The 4x4 squared sits so high off the ground you practically need a ladder to climb inside. But that height means you can drive over almost anything. Snowbanks, rocks, curbs, terrain that would stop most vehicles dead in their tracks. This isn't just luxury. This is power, presence, and dominance on wheels. Snowbanks? No problem. Rocks, fallen trees? Drive right over them. This G63 4x4 squared is built to dominate any terrain you point it at. And the crazy part? You're still getting full Mercedes luxury. Heated and cooled seats, premium sound system, every tech gadget you could imagine. But the vibe is completely different. This isn't a car for brunch runs or casual flexing. This is a vehicle that announces itself the second it pulls up. People step aside because they know something serious just rolled in. For Utah's brutal winters and mountain terrain, this might be the most practical vehicle in YoungBoy's entire collection. Luxurious, capable, and downright intimidating. That locks the Brabus G63 4x4 squared into 4th place, where military-grade toughness meets full-blown luxury. Now we step into pure prestige and serious elegance. Ranking number 3, we've got the Rolls-Royce Phantom, featuring a custom light green interior. This is the peak of automotive luxury. There's nothing more expensive, exclusive, or prestigious than a Phantom. But the Phantom isn't just a car, it's a statement. It says, I've made it to the absolute top. Billionaires, royalty, and heads of state drive these. And the starting price, over $500,000 before you even add any custom touches. And YoungBoy went full bespoke on this one. That light green interior isn't something you pick from a catalog. It's Rolls-Royce craftsmen hand-stitching every piece of leather to exact specifications. Every detail screams wealth, exclusivity, and sophistication. This is more than a ride. It's a throne on wheels, and it lands at number 3 for good reason. The wood trim, real wood. Hand-selected from specific trees and finished by craftsmen. The Starlight headliner isn't just fancy. It has hundreds of tiny lights embedded in the roof, making it feel like you're cruising under a perfect night sky. The Phantom is powered by a V12 engine, but you barely hear it. The cabin is so insulated that Rolls-Royce engineers famously said the loudest sound inside is the clock ticking. It's that quiet. The ride is impossibly smooth. You could balance a champagne glass on the dashboard and not spill a drop even on rough roads. And yeah, the Phantom is rear-wheel drive, which means heavy snow isn't ideal. But Rolls-Royce equips these with every winter-ready feature imaginable. Heated everything. Advanced traction control, you name it. Honestly, when you're in a Phantom, weather doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is how you arrive. This is the car YoungBoy steps into when he wants to remind the world he's not just a rapper. He's a mogul, a generational force, wealth on wheels, elegance on a level most can't even comprehend. That locks the Phantom at 3rd place. pure sophistication and prestige. Now ranking number 2, we enter the absolute crown jewel of Lamborghini's lineup, the dark orange Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. This is the final boss of naturally aspirated supercars. SVJ stands for Super Veloce Jota, Lamborghini's way of saying they've taken the Aventador as extreme as physically possible. Under the hood, this monster pushes over 770 horsepower from a naturally aspirated V12 engine. No turbos, no cheats, just raw, screaming Italian engineering designed to dominate every road it touches. This is a car that makes everything else in the rear view vanish, and the second YoungBoy fires it up, the streets instantly know who's arrived. No turbos, no electric motors, just 12 cylinders screaming past 8,000 RPM, creating one of the most insane, heart-pounding sounds any machine has ever made. The Aventador SVJ isn't just raw power, it's a technological masterpiece. It's loaded with active aerodynamics, meaning every wing, flap, and spoiler adjusts in real time to maximize downforce and keep the car glued to the road. Add four-wheel steering, where the back wheels turn slightly to hug corners tighter than most supercars could dream of. The entire body is carbon fiber to keep weight down, making it feather light while packing over 770 horsepower of pure Italian fury. And that color, dark orange, called Arancio Rancho Atlas, is straight up iconic. Not too bright, not too subtle, just aggressive enough to scream, "I'm here to dominate," without being obnoxious. This is essentially a street-legal race car, the final evolution of the Aventador before Lamborghini switched to hybrid powertrains. It was a limited production model, sold out instantly, and owning one puts you in an ultra-exclusive club. This isn't just a Lamborghini, it's the Lamborghini. Practical for Utah? Absolutely not. Snow, rough roads, potholes. The SVJ hates all of it, but YoungBoy doesn't care. This is the car you pull out on perfect summer days, smooth asphalt and wide open roads, just to remind everyone who owns the streets. That locks the Aventador SVJ into second place. Pure automotive royalty. Every rev, every corner, every pop from that naturally aspirated V12 is a statement. But don't get too comfortable, because there's still one vehicle in YoungBoy's collection that sits above all of these. And it's coming up next, ranking number 1, the throne, the ultimate flex, the crown jewel of NBA Youngboy's collection, the vehicle that makes every other car look ordinary. Say hello to the Ripsaw EV3, the civilian super tank. And yes, I said tank. Technically, it's a high-performance tracked luxury vehicle, but let's be real. It looks, moves, and dominates like a tank, and it's the absolute craziest thing YoungBoy could have possibly bought. The Ripsaw is built by Howe & Howe Technologies in the USA. Don't get it twisted. This isn't a military vehicle. No guns, no cannons, no missiles. Civilian Ripsaws are completely unarmed, but it doesn't matter. The moment you see it, you know something wild just pulled up. This machine moves on dual rubber tracks instead of wheels, giving it the ability to crush snow, mud, sand, rocks, swamps, literally any terrain you can imagine. Nothing on this list comes close. The suspension is long travel, engineered to absorb massive bumps, jumps, and obstacles without even flinching. Power comes from a high-output V8 engine with monstrous torque, making sure this tank can climb, crawl, and conquer terrain that would leave every other car in the collection stuck, spinning its wheels and crying for mercy. The Ripsaw EV3 isn't just a vehicle, it's an off-road monster, a statement, and a lifestyle. It's the ultimate combination of raw power, insanity, and dominance on wheels. Every other ride in the garage looks tame once this thing rolls out, and that's why it sits firmly at number 1. YoungBoy didn't just buy a car here, he bought the king of vehicles, a super machine that proves when it comes to his collection, limits don't exist. Now, just in case you're thinking a tank can't move fast, think again. The Ripsaw EV3 can hit 50 to 60 miles per hour, which is insanely quick for a tracked vehicle. For comparison, most military tanks top out around 30 to 40 miles per hour. This thing is not only fast, it's agile, unstoppable, and built to dominate any terrain. It's the perfect representation of NBA Youngboy's mentality. Extreme, fearless, and refusing to play by anyone else's rules. He doesn't do anything halfway. He doesn't care about what's normal or expected. He goes after the wildest, most extreme option, and he has the resources to make it happen. That's exactly what this collection shows. A mix of insane speed, precision, luxury, and straight-up dominance. Now it's your turn. I want to hear from you. If you could only pick one vehicle from YoungBoy's insane garage, which one would you ride out in? The elegance and prestige of the Phantom, the raw screaming power of the Aventador SVJ, or the unstoppable chaos of the Ripsaw EV3? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let the debate begin. And don't sleep on us and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to join the Rap Uncovered family. The streets never sleep, and neither do we. We've got way more stories to uncover, dropping heat every single day. And tomorrow's upload is going to be even crazier, even deeper, and absolutely unmissable. Smash that like button, share this video with all your homeboys, and make sure your voice is heard. We'll catch you in the next one, right here at Rap Uncovered, where the truth of the streets lives.